Zoe's tracks, day 3, and I tracked her to this location on the side of the mountain about 300 feet from her day 2 location, and it seems that she is underground underneath this log. This old tree has fallen many years ago, and the old stump has rotted away and left this heap of debris, old bark and you know, just rotting away. And right there I see a hole. Of course, that does not mean that that is where she entered this site, but I did notice there's skin, snake skin, hanging here on this leaf. Let's see if we can determine what kind it is. Well, it doesn't appear to be rattlesnake skin. It looks more like black rat snake or another non-venomous species, but that's a good sign that other snakes have used this area. Here's some more. So I was not able to visually locate her today, but it's my thought is it's because it's getting so much colder. Last night and the last couple of nights previous, the temperatures have been in the 30s up here. So I believe that she's gone under in response to the cold. This is another view of the site where Zoe is today. Her transmitter signal led me directly to this spot, and the strongest signal was coming from underneath the ground right in this area. So I would say she's curled up in a nice warm little chamber, maybe a rotten root tunnel or something like that, and she's just going to wait out the cold. Maybe she'll come out again this year, or maybe not. I do not know if this is her overwintering location, or maybe she uses a different one every year, but this is really good information, and I'll come back in a couple of days and see if she's still here. Utsanati's tracks, day 12. Well, I've just tracked Utsanati, the timber rattlesnake, and he has moved about 115 feet in the last week towards the east, and he is inside this hump of soil. It's just a big mound of soil with a lot of roots running through it. There's an old rotten tree down underneath, so there's probably a lot of underground cavities for him to take shelter in from the cold. Because just like with Zoe, she's buried up in a stump. Well, he's also buried up underground in response to the cold weather that we had over the last few days. Look at that view, gorgeous. So is this going to be Utsanati's overwintering location? Only time will tell. We'll come back and find out very soon.
It's ladder towards you.
It's Zoe's tracks, day 5, and I'm out here in the woods with Gabrielle Grader. She works for the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, and right now she has the radio tracking device, and she is heading into the forest to find out if Zoe is still in the same place she was on Monday. So you said you got a good hit this direction?
Yeah, I think I need to go this way.
Okay.
Getting louder. Great.
Yeah, it's getting loud, and we're getting really close, so we're kind of Wondering how close we are. The signal's getting kind of loud now and have to be really careful. Okay, so we found that Zoe is still in the same spot as she was a few days ago. She's under this old root mound here from this fallen tree, and she's pretty much right about here underneath this pile of debris, leaf litter and bark. And not sure how far down underground she is, but it's probably not too far based on how loud the signal is. And this is a very interesting site because the other day when I was here I found some pieces of shed snake skin and right near that hole. Now, you know, everybody says, oh, it's a snake hole, but you know, any kind of creature could have made that hole. The snakes may have just ended up using it to get into this shelter. There's another hole over here. It looks like it was probably made when the tree fell and it ripped some of the roots up a little bit. So that allows animals like snakes and rodents to gain entrance to the nice warm underground lair that they may have up under there. I just like saying the word lair. And so now we're going to go find Utsanati and leave Zoe here underneath her nice little tree fortress.
We're going into this rhododendron.
Yes, that's exactly the right path. The other day when I came down here looking for them, we had to I had to bushwhack through that insanely huge rhododendron thicket. So we're following Utsanati's signal, and we're heading pretty much towards where he was 3 days ago. And it was a very interesting site. He was underground in a hole. I couldn't see him, but it was a very unique place, and maybe he'll be there today, maybe not, but we'll see. You can see that we have had to put a plastic bag on our equipment because we had a little rain, a lot of rain showers moving through the area. I tell you, the forest is gorgeous today, isn't it? Look at that! Look at those colors. Gotta love the rhodos.
He's dragging some with me. Strange signal right there. There's a hole.
Oh wow.
Not down in there.
That's not the same hole, but no. You never know. Yeah, you never know.
Oh. Gotta wait for the pulse.
Yeah, it's a little slow.
Let's go around this tree.
It's really slow going through here because of the thickness of the vegetation and the fact that we are tracking a rattlesnake. You know, that adds a little bit of a different element to the expedition.
Yeah. I want to be looking down and up.
Yeah.
Way to go. Maybe through here. Yeah, weird. Stronger over this way.
That seems right.
If he hasn't moved.
Yes, exactly. It's exactly the signal I was getting the other day.
Strong right there.
Yep, right at the hole. And I looked all around. I looked up in the bushes. And I just finally came to the conclusion that he is in the hole. And that hole goes down pretty far. I wasn't able to determine exactly how deep, but...
It's like really strong straight down.
So first we tracked up to this hole thinking he was in the hole. But then the signal seemed to be a little weaker down in the hole, and we did a little further test. And the new signal led us up here, about, what is this, about 10 feet away, to this rotting log laying here on the side of the mountain underneath this ancient old mountain laurel. So it looks like Utsanati is up under this log. We couldn't see him, but it's really neat to know that he's here. And we had a pretty good time searching for these guys. It's you know, it would have been neat to see them, but you know, it's not the way it always happens. You come out, you look for the animal, and you find a log. But you know the animal is there. So, job well done, Gabrielle, and thanks for coming along.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. Hey folks, it's Zoe's Tracks day 6, and she has finally moved from deep in the ground in that old stump. She's in this location. Take a look. Zoe is somewhere within the frame of this view. I'm not exactly sure where. I wasn't able to physically locate her, but she's somewhere probably up underneath the ground right in here, or underneath this log. This is a great location for a reptile in the fall because, well, she has a lot of cover here in the form of this old blown down tree limb here, and this old snag that the tree limb came from has no more limbs, so a lot of light can come through this hole in the canopy and get down to Zoe when she's thermoregulating on these cooler fall days. Now, where is she headed? I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Maybe she's headed towards her hibernation location. Maybe we'll find out in the next few days. Only time will tell. Now, as far as Utsanati goes, Utsanati is in the exact same location that he was in the other day, which you saw in the early part of this video. He has moved about 2 feet to the east, but he's still underground under the old log. So let's come back in a few days and check on these guys. Until then, see you later.
I wish I could have stayed, I wish I could have changed, but a rambling man is a rambling man by any other name, by any other name. Well, a rambling man is a rambling man is a rambling